gotta do the spooky voice. I'm your host, the Omnibus Collector. We don't have a spooky show for you tonight, though. Tonight I am joined by, down below, my typical co-host. At the bottom of the screen, but at the top of everyone's hearts.
Oh,
Part is Gio from A Week in Geekdom, who is, as always, petitioning for that Inhumans omnibus.
yes. Welcome back, everybody. I've been good. It's been a low-key Thursday, but it's exciting because now we're live and we get to talk and chill out with my favorite peeps, talking about manga and all that cool stuff. So yeah, doing good.
And anime today. We're going to talk about some anime.
Hey, my bread and butter. Let's go.
Yay. And then, of course, to the side here, we have our semi-regular co-host, our friend Colleen, who's on their World Destroyer arc.
Hell yeah. Destroying the anime industry, getting rid of people's friends, all the things I'm great at.
Good. Glad to hear it. Good to have everyone here. Hope everyone in the chat is doing well tonight because we've got a couple things that we're going to go over. Like I said, not anything scary, but the two main topics tonight are A, we have our new 7Cs, I was about to say 7 soldiers, new 7C solicitations, 4 new series this time. And then also we've got some Discotek announcements that happened earlier in the week that it was the first Discotek live stream I ever tuned into, and it was super exciting. And I'm gonna admit fully that I wound up ordering a bunch of stuff because they were talking about it in that.
Hell yeah,
they did their jobs well. They got me to buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they did great streams. I love their announcement streams.
They're just so knowledgeable, obviously, because they're working on everything. But it's clear that they're not just people trying to sell things. They're doing this because they love it, and that's awesome. They're fans who are trying to put the stuff out there for other fans in the way that they as fans want it to be done. And they also the guys in the stream were very forthright about certain things, and they're we know that you like this, we know that you might not like this, but this is why we could do it this way, or this is why we couldn't do it this way. And so I like that kind of clarity, because there's a lot of just kind of mystery in the air when it comes to these things sometimes. Speaking
of clarity, let's be clear with you guys. If you want amazing deals on great books, you have to check out InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network, where you can get your manga, omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, and so much more, up to 50% off. Last week, we had a discount code. I hope you took advantage of that. That was code SPOOKY. Don't put it in now. It's not going to work. But maybe in the future, we're going to get another code. We'll see what happens. But still, really cool of them to hook us up with a code for everybody to use. And I know a lot of people used it, so that's wonderful. Thank you, everybody. In stock trades, orders up to or more than $50, I should say, gets you free shipping, fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. And let me remind you that next Monday, Halloween, we will be doing a gift card giveaway at the Monday show, valued at $50. All you got to do is join in the live stream and participate in the chat. You're in the running to win a $50 gift card. So yeah, all that cool stuff and more at our sponsor's website, InStockTrades.com.
Yay! You saw the Evil Society of Cats up there from.
I was just gonna say, got it front and center.
Evil Secret Society.
Half off, 50% off. That's great.
And there was also this month, I don't know if it's out yet, but the Yokai Cats, I think is coming out this coming week.
I want to get that.
Someone at ISC must really like cats and have put that on 50% off, because it's very rare that they have manga, let alone a 7Cs at that price range.
Yep.
They want to get everyone into that cat manga.
Hell yeah.
We're all going to be cat collectors soon.
A lot of stuff in there that I've ordered recently. Young Avengers, Black Panther,
Miracle Man.
Yeah, Miracle Man. I got the Leech cover, the one, not that one, but that one to the left. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's the one everybody wanted.
That's definitely the one I wanted. I will tell you that much. So before we get into our two main topics, is there any new hauls or reads that either of you wanted to bring up and talk about for a bit?
Speaking of wanting,
I'll let Gio go.
Speaking of wanting, I found a manga at Walgreens of all places, which surprised the heck out of me.
Walgreens manga.
I was not expecting to go into Walgreens, and in the book magazine section, they have manga now. 7 Seas titles, Kodansha, and Viz Media. So, of course, My Hero Academia, Junji Ito, which was weird at a Walgreens, considering the body horror, you know. I saw Bakemonogatari. I saw, what else? Tokyo Revengers, Attack on Titan, stuff like that. But it's something that I kind of wanted to get, even though I already have the anime for it, all the Blu-ray sets, which cost an arm and a leg. So I decided I want the manga as well. So I got the first edition, or the first volume, sorry, of Sailor Moon. The, what do they call it? The Naoko Takeuchi collection edition. Basically smaller editions of the, what was it called? The big ones?
The Eternal Editions.
The Eternal Editions, just shrunken down price-wise as well. I believe those were like $20, and these are $12, much more affordable. So yeah, super excited to get this. Another book to add to the collection to start spending money on. And I got in 3 more volumes, of Inspector. I'm a big fan of this series. Yeah, love this one. If you want a good yokai-themed, paranormal, noirish type of thing with a bit of humor, can't go wrong with this one. Here's volume 10, volume 12, and 13. I'm super excited because the contents of this second arc deal with her. And she is this manga's version of the Yuki Onna, which happens to be one of my favorite yokai. And I am super excited for the anime, which comes out early next year, and they'll be adapting this arc. So I wanted to get a heads up on the story and read this before watching the anime next year. So yeah.
Yay.
Unfortunately, volume 11 was not in stock when I made this order, but I think it is now, so we'll be making another purchase soon.
Yay.
So there you go. Small haul, but pretty cool.
Yay.
The art on that is really pretty too. The covers.
I guess I should show the art. Fake fan. I don't know what's happening. It's probably spoilers. Apologies.
We just see someone die.
Yeah. A major secret is revealed. But it's really cool. Yeah, love it. Oh, here's more of Yuki Onna.
Awesome.
Love it. So that's my mini haul.
Yay. Colleen, what did you have?
So I don't have it with me, but I've been reading Skip Beat.
Hey.
For anyone who's following me on Twitter, I am on volume 18 of Skip Beat, and this is the most fun I've had reading a manga in a very long time.
Awesome.
Like, this series is so fun. I don't even know like how else to describe it other than fun. It's a great series. And for anyone who thinks that the art is bad, I will say that you're weak and you should just read it anyway.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you know what other long-running popular series people call the art bad is One Piece.
Skip Beat really is the One Piece of shoujo.
I can see that.
They have the same proportions, although One Piece, the heads are small.
The like half of the first volume that I've read, it just seemed like some of the guys were really tall and slender.
Yeah, they most people call it the yaoi proportions, but I don't know. I really don't even think it's that bad. Like, sometimes it gets a little egregious, but it's not so bad that it needs to like be made fun of constantly. But yeah.
I didn't get anything that when I was first reading it, I didn't feel anything negative about it at all. So, it is what it is.
Weak.
You're a weak manga fan.
I did, I wasn't gonna. So I am, for the first time in months, I am doing the live from my library, and I'm finally gonna film my library tour. I'm like done with everything. I'm gonna try and get it filmed tomorrow, because I was putting up lights. Like, it's a lot brighter in here now than it usually is, because I put up some nice lights. So that was the final step. I'm not gonna give a tour, but I am gonna take y'all over to my shoujo shelf.
Wait, oh, okay, there we go.
Um,
I was gonna send to you.
my skip beat.
Wait, let me full screen this. There we go.
Here's my skip beat collection. A lot of the volumes are a little hard to find, so I do have it mixed between the 3-in-1s and the singles. And I was missing several volumes because I have like the omnibus that has 40, 41, 42, and then I got the newest volume, 47, which is...
Oh, you got it already?
Yeah, I got it like last week.
Homie ain't messing around. He gets that stuff early.
Pull out that volume 16 cover. That was one of my favorite covers so far. Hell yeah. There's my baby girl.
I don't even think I have my favorite cover. It's like the one where it's very like fantastical on the cover. I think it's a later volume. Anyway, I'll show it later. But I do have the skip beat, and I do have the last few volumes that I needed are going to be coming pretty soon. So that's my brief peek at my new setup.
Awesome.
My peek at peak, yeah. I've been reading a lot, and I've been hauling a lot, but I also have been putting my stuff away as I get it and as I read it. So I'm not gonna like pull things from my shelves right now. But I'm trying to think of like notable reads. One of the things that I did, I started reading Blue Lock finally. I read the first 2 volumes, and then the 3rd volume came in a couple days ago, so I read that.
Do you like it so far?
Really like it. It's a lot of fun, and it feels like if you take a typical like shonen sports manga, it's like you're following the antagonist instead of the protagonist, because like instead of being all about like teamwork, like they're all like, ego and individual and stuff like that, but it's very clear that like the more successful players in this are the ones that like are not doing that. Like, I don't know, it definitely demonizes that kind of way of thinking anyway. So it's kind of interesting. And then the other one I started was also from Kodansha, was Wand Dance. Same thing. I had 2 volumes. I read those back to back, and the 3rd volume came in, and that one's fun. And I know a lot of people mentioned this, I think including Colleen, it's hard to follow because unless you know what the dancing is, because the art is, it's a dancing manga, like hip hop dance. And if you understand, like, hip hop dance, then you're going to follow it probably a lot better. But if you don't, then like, it's just these weird, like stylized movements in the artwork. And it's fun to read, but it would be a lot better animated. But if it's animated, it's either going to be one of the most expensive anime productions because they give you the songs that they're dancing to in the manga. And it's stuff like, you have like, I don't know, David Guetta and Billie Eilish and whatever are like directly referenced in the manga. So either they're going to pay out the ass to license that music and use it in the anime, or they'll just make original music and ignore that, which I think that's the latter is likely to happen.
Or get like Japanese artists.
Yeah,
titles and stuff.
Because that's why, for instance, JoJo's in English, the English version, they don't use the actual names of the stands and characters and stuff when they're music references, because the studio or because Viz cannot afford to pay for all the licenses for all of that stuff. So they just do different things in there. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they handle that if the series is ever animated. And I would really love to see it animated because I think it would benefit exponentially from being animated, just the way that the story is. So that's the main couple things that I read recently. So let's push forth into Seven Seas. Geovid.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, what?
I got some comments here. I want to highlight
He's
before
got
we do that.
important things to talk about first,
Yeah.
Riley.
Also, we haven't talked what we've been reading. So we mentioned hauls, but not what we've read.
I did my reads. Sorry, you guys didn't. No, Colleen talked about Skip Beat.
No, I talked about Skip Beat. I don't have it.
Well, it's just me then. Real quick, I put out a video on my channel. I'm going to whore myself out here. Where I went over Box of Light and I read Dinosaur Sanctuary, both Seven Seas books.
Yes.
So shout out to Seven Seas, I guess. Box of Light is fantastic and completely opposite to Dinosaur Sanctuary, which I love equally. Box of Light is basically a convenience store at the border between life and death, and it might be people that have that might be in a coma or an accident or just dozing off. It's not necessarily that they are dying or died or something like that, or on the process of dying, and they show up in this abyss-looking area. It's all dark, and it's just dimly lit by this sole convenience store, and they go in to make what could be their final purchase in life. They get either ascend or descend or go back, stuff like that. And it's mostly slice of life because each of the chapters features different customers as they go in to buy things. And you learn a little bit about how they got there and what happened. And I thought it was really cool. There's one character that's, or I should say, the area is surrounded by darkness creatures. And one of the creatures is like a little Cyclops cat. And it's super adorable. I love that cat. So yeah, really fun series. And then Dinosaur Sanctuary. I think we've talked about it enough on this channel. They find out that dinosaurs are alive. So now we have theme parks with dinos. And you're following a zookeeper, a rookie zookeeper that wants to raise the popularity of dinosaurs, which I find completely ridiculous. Because if that happened in real life, we would never, they would never lose popularity. So that's a little far-fetched. Not the whole dinosaur aspect being brought back to life, but the popularity thing.
Well, if Jurassic Park exists in that universe, maybe the popularity would be down just because everyone would be terrified.
There was an incident. I need to obviously check out Volume 2 when that comes out, but they're hinting at an incident that occurred. I don't know if somebody got eaten or whatever. And the manga does poke fun of Jurassic Park because the Dilophosaurus shows up. That's my favorite dinosaur. And one of the little cue cards says, no, this dinosaur never spat venom. So it's a complete reference to the movie, which I'm okay with. I know that if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, I hope people realize that they aren't meant to be authentic dinosaurs because it's mixed DNA with frogs and not pure bred or whatever. So that's sort of a loophole to explain how they're so different. But anyways, this is not a dinosaur show. Sorry. Just really cool stuff. I love the art on that one. And since it's October, I usually don't go for the gimmicks, but I thought I could do a horror video on my channel. So I'm reading a couple Junji Ito books to catch up because I've been reviewing every single Ito book that comes out from Viz, and I've been falling behind like 7 books. So I thought I'm just going to read a bunch of them. I'm not going to say which ones because I want you guys to watch my video. So I'm putting out a video soonish between now and Halloween. So look forward to that. There you go. I'm done.
All right, so now.
All right, host, get to it.
Seven Seas manga announcements, 4 new licenses. One of them is a continuation.
Okay, so here we go. New licenses. Something happened with the link that the little emails that they sent me. It wasn't working, so I pulled off the images from here. The first license is What He Who Doesn't Believe in Fate Says. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can get the date and price on that because I do like to mention that.
It says June 2023, so we just need the price.
Yeah, the price.
if it's because usually they'll say like large trim single or something like that.
Yeah, baby. Hold on. 7 Seas, pleased to announce the license acquisition of the manga series, What He Who Doesn't Believe in Fate Says, by Omu the Rice. I love that name. Omu the Rice. Get it? Omu Rice? In this romance with a supernatural edge, a guy who can see the fated ties between soulmates falls for a woman who's destined to be with someone else. Or is she? The red string of fate that appears throughout this black and white manga will be spot printed in vivid color. Kosuke has a usual ability. He can see the red string of fate that connects soulmates. Much to the misfortune, he falls in love with Yuka, whose string of fate clearly doesn't lead back to him. He hides his feelings for her until the day when a fortune teller says to Yuka that her destined lover is nearby, and she thinks it's Kosuke. If this is Kosuke's chance to pursue the woman he loves, will he have to fight destiny to be with her? What He Who Doesn't Believe in Fate Says, Volume 1, will be released in June 2023 for $15 in single volume editions. So smaller books.
Okay. And this is the one that Colleen was familiar with and excited about. It seems like every time there's at least one that you know.
I know. I've been really lucky with 7 Seas announcement lately. Like, I think this is like the 5th week, and it's been 4 out of 5 weeks that I've had one series that I was surprised that they licensed, but was very happy about it. I read this one through other means last year, and there hasn't been a single update since. So I was just completely thinking that I would never get to actually finish the series or read it in any capacity. So getting this is really cool. It's a great series.
I love the premise. Sounds awesome.
Very, very painful at times.
Oh yeah,
it's one of those heart-wrenching series.
Book we like.
Yeah, it's a really good series though. I think there was only 11 chapters that I've read, and those 11 chapters were all really good. So.
Omu the Rice. I love that pen name.
Is would that 11 chapters be like what, 2 or 3 volumes?
I believe there's only 3 volumes out in Japan right now, and I'm pretty sure it was only 2 volumes that they had available.
Okay.
So chapters are somewhat short.
I wonder if, like, whenever 7 Seas licensed or like was working on the license, they were like nixed the alternative means of reading it, like.
Yeah, I mean that's always what people like to assume whenever series don't have translations, but like it's not always the case, because one of the series I've been reading, they just dropped whoever was the translator just dropped it, and no one had picked it up again until recently. So it's either someone just got tired of doing it, or the publisher picked the series up and they like probably went and did something. There's a 50-50 chance.
Well, glad that we got another good one.
Another Colleen pick.
Yeah. 7 Seas really coming in clutch for you.
Yeah.
Parentheses, because I saw Cleveland Brown posting that he didn't get it, the joke with the author. It's a play on words for omu rice, or omu rice, which is the omelet with fried rice, and it's omu and raisu being derived from the Japanese pronunciation of the English words omelet and rice. So omu rice, so he's calling himself Omu the Rice. That's the joke.
It's where they put the egg on top of the rice and then
slice through.
And they slide it. There we go.
Pours, because the inside is not 100% cooked, so it's a little bit moist.
And then you add, if you're in an anime or manga, you add the ketchup thing for kids.
I was gonna say, you've probably seen this in the anime or manga a million times.
Yeah,
you may just not have known the word.
Any rom-com, any kids manga, any even Shonen Jump stuff, you'll see it. Parents aren't cooking. There's no time for a big meal, so they do omu rice, and they'll draw something with ketchup on top of the egg.
All right. So
Okay, next one.
great Colleen pick right off the bat. What's the next one?
The Skull Dragon's Precious Daughter. A wholesome fantasy tale about family bonds that transcend species. This is by Ichi Yukishiro. In a faraway land lies a forest where all manner of beings dispose of their trash. One day, a young girl named Eve is abandoned along with the usual debris, but she is soon found by an aging dragon who decides to take her in and raise her. Under the dragon's watchful eye, Eve grows up happy and healthy, but her peaceful life is interrupted by impending tragedy. Yet, in the face of this heartbreaking farewell, Eve makes a surprising next move, a perfect found family story for fantasy lovers. The first book comes out in March 2023 for $14 in single paperback edition, so tiny editions.
Sounds like it could be cute.
Looks like a Pokemon.
It
I like the whole dragon thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
or like a, I don't know, Skull Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh.
But there's a bigger one in the background. I don't know if you see it.
Oh, I thought that was the sky.
Now, is the bigger one in the background? It looks like it has skin though.
I think the one in the back is family member. I don't know. We're gonna have to read it and find out.
I guess so.
So that one is coming out. What was it? March of next year.
2023. May have to check it out. All right, next one.
The next one, Delinquent Daddy and Tender Teacher.
Daddy.
A heartwarming boys' love romance between a single dad who used to be a bad boy and the gentle teacher who takes care of his kid. In high school, studious Hitsuji had a crush on one of his guy friends, a friendly delinquent named Hatoyama, but never confessed. Years later, Hitsuji is a slightly anxious but responsible elementary school teacher. One of his young students is upset with a sloppy, nonconformist dad who turns out to be Hatoyama. When Hitsuji learns that Hatoyama is struggling to raise his son as a single parent, Hitsuji helps him out, first as a teacher and then as a friend who teaches Hatoyama how to clean his home and cook actual vegetables. As the men grow closer, some of Hitsuji's anxieties begin to melt around the welcoming and grateful Hatoyama. What will become of the feelings Hitsuji used to harbor for his first love? Hold on. Okay, here we go. This one is written by Tama Mizuki, and it comes out Delinquent Daddy and Tender Teacher, August 2023. It's single volume editions as part of the Seven Seas BL label.
They have a BL label?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Oh.
And a girls label. Girls. What do they call it?
I think it's just called BL and GL.
GL and BL. There we go.
Oh, maybe I did know this. They don't really have like a different like thing for it,
It has a flower on it, like the logo.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe I didn't know. Never mind.
I think one of them is like a chrysanthemum, and the other one might be a hibiscus or something.
Got it.
So they have the two BL, GL. They have airship, ghost ship,
Steam
bunch
ship.
of ships.
I was
Steamship.
gonna say, Gio, you can't forget the smutty manga for women.
So yeah, it's pretty cool that they have a bunch of sub-label genres or whatever.
Yeah.
So are you anybody going to check this out? Delinquent Daddy and Tender Teacher?
It sounds cute.
If someone tells me, because I have friends who read a lot of BLGL, and they'll tell me which ones are really worthwhile.
Yeah.
So if I get that feedback, then I'll probably try it out. Speaking of Steamship, though, I was catching up on Fire in His Fingertips the other day, and man,
Do tell.
that series, it's steamy. It's not a Steamship title because it started before Steamship was a thing, but like what was I saying? Because I was talking about it in chat, and I was like, the main male character is just always on. Like he always wants to get it on.
Yeah.
100%. Like there is no break. It doesn't matter what the situation is. He is just like, let's go. And I'm like, bro, how do you even have that? I just like in terms that like I more easily comprehend. It's like in Dragon Ball Z when Goku and Gohan train in the hyperbolic time chamber, and they come out and they've like ascended Super Saiyan with the like there's no heat around them and their hair is just light colored, and they stay in that Super Saiyan state without trying. Like they're just doing slice of life stuff as Super Saiyans, right? That's this guy. He's like constantly in that ascended level of horniness.
Wow.
I cannot believe you just compared fire in his fingertips to Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball. That's a talent right there. Good job.
I believe it. Quote Naruto, believe
God,
it.
Riley.
So the next one, something that I'm excited for.
Something that I'm excited for.
Surprising everybody, Lupin the Third, Thick as Thieves, the classic manga collection. Seven Seas is thrilled to announce the license acquisition of Lupin the Third, Thick as Thieves, the second hardcover after Greatest Heights, featuring the world's greatest thief in some of his best capers. Monkey Punch's immortal creations are amongst the most beloved. Blah, 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 blah. Seven Seas is proud to present the follow-up to last year's hit, Greatest Hits, with a second best-of release. Thick as Thieves is another curated collection of some of Monkey Punch's best stories and chapters of Lupin the Third from throughout the classic manga's history, featuring all new translations in a beautiful, oversized hardcover. Let this iconic manga steal your heart all over again. The book, will be released for the first time in North America in July 2023, available in a large trim hardcover edition.
So
I'm super excited.
I've got my copy of the first one.
Look at that.
They put it under the classics collection, so it's one of those nice large trim hardcovers. And like the way I said it on Twitter, I was like, Seven Seas is giving us like they're doing micro doses of Lupin, and I'm here for it. Like they're keeping us on a rope here, just giving us 300 pages of Lupin every year or so. And I'm like, you know what? If that's what we can do, that's what we can do. I don't know how many of these best of collections. I didn't do I didn't spend the time to research it myself. I don't know how many of these exist in Japan. If there's the second one is recent or something, if it's planned to be an ongoing thing, but while it would be lovely to get all, 35 or whatever volumes of Lupin between the two series, if this is how we get it, then I'm happy. But either way, whether or not we get more of the manga, Discotek has our back with the anime.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's I think that book is recent because Greatest Hits was for the anniversary, which wasn't too long ago. So this, I'm pretty sure this came out like last year or the year before, something like that. But it wouldn't surprise me if they continue doing this instead of putting out all the single volumes. We'll have like 6 Greatest Hits collections or something.
If they wanted to collect every single story, I calculated it out to be roughly 25 volumes. So in the next 25 years, we'll get one of these hardcovers every year.
Hell yeah. New pickup line. I am Dragon Ball Z horny for you. Nice.
I just got
right back. Now there's only 2 of these collections out in Japan. Yeah. So we're keeping up with them. Awesome. I will get this eventually because I still haven't gotten the first one, the Greatest Hits.
It's fun. It's nice. I do think it's noteworthy to say, like, as the manga is the original, but like I feel like he's much more known for the anime and like all the films and TV specials and stuff, because there's a lot more material there, I believe, than there was from the manga. It's like
The original manga had 180 chapters. It says here 17 volumes from 1977 to 1981. And then they did sequels and prequels and side stories. But yeah, there's a whole lot more episodes. And it became more famous because of the show instead of the manga. So yeah, those are the announcements from Seven Seas. All four sound great. So it's a win-win for everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love their classic collection line. It was like the first thing that I really enjoyed from Seven Seas. So more things going to that line is always a positive. And
yeah. Okay, and before we move on from Seven Seas, also Seven Seas, if you're listening, just sponsor the show already. Just saying. Now they have a website where you can order stuff from, and that is store.gomanga.com, and you can buy from them directly at amazing deals, 11% off, 10% off, all that cool stuff. Yay! And you get news bulletins. Yay!
I did see on Twitter someone asked them, like, they said something like, "Oh, I thought that there was going to be a bunch of like hard to find or out of print books," and they just said like, "Stay tuned." So,
they also mentioned, I want to add to the conversation, that they are reprinting the, oh my gosh, I forgot the name. The Mushoku Tensei light novels. So if anybody's interested in that, they are finally reprinting them. So this website, it's like any other website, guys. You get manga for 7 seasons and you buy it. The shtick here is, I think it's $65 and you get free shipping in the US. I tried doing it and I was pissed off because I only had one shipping option, and that was UPS, and they were charging me $52 per order. So if I just wanted to get like, let's see, this one, that's $11.69. I would have to add another $50 to it. That makes no sense, and that speaks to me that they're not paying attention to that stuff. It's not a priority, and I'm used to that. Unfortunately, I'm used to that type of subtle discrimination. So I just I call them out when I see it, even if nobody cares.
As you should.
Yeah,
I care.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No one should pay $50 for shipping.
It's ridiculous.
Unless overnight shipping, then sure, but not for standard.
I need Otaku Elf Volume 1 overnight. Let me pay $50
right now.
Right now. This comedy about an elf playing the Switch. So yeah, there's that. Cool.
I wonder what they call the Switch in that. Do they call it like the Swatch or something?
I posted a picture from what was the anime? One of the
something with a like Nintendo Witch or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna find my own friggin' tweet because I can't remember stuff these days. I'm old. Hold on.
I think I remember.
They called it the Nintendo Witch.
I always like.
Always funny to me.
Somi and McDonald's.
McDonald's, that's the best. I wish they'd existed in real life. I would go there.
The ones where they completely changed the Starbucks name is always my favorite.
But it's like the logo that you can recognize.
Yeah.
It still kind of looks like the siren.
And I posted this on Twitter. This was from Bochi the Rock. You can get Monster Hamaji instead of Monster Energy drinks.
With the H.
Yeah.
Mobster.
And
they should have just made it Mobster. I feel like that would at least be fun.
And why could they not call it Energy? Why do they have to call it Hamaji?
Energy is copyrighted by Monster.
Word energy is not viable for the public to use. Nintendo
Witch. Good for them. So yeah, we could do a whole show on these on the product placements.
No,
There's a lot.
no Nintendo, no Nintendo.
Nomantiendo.com. Let's see if I can find somebody else, some other product placement.
Code
While we
Geass is
do
just
that-
like, well, Pizza Hut. I don't care.
They censored Pizza Hut for the North American release of Code Geass.
Oh, they did?
They weren't going to pay the sponsorship for Pizza Hut. It was
On like when they aired it on Adult Swim or in the DVDs as well.
on the Blu-ray. Yeah. I think was it left uncensored on the Blu-rays? I'm not too sure.
I have the DVDs, so I will find out. I don't think I ever noticed that.
Product.
Some for Coke, like I think there's one that actually called it's cock instead of Coke. And then very likely a lot of like Beepus and Pepsi and stuff like that. Bemis.
Pepsi.
Yeah. Bebsy.
Not what we're talking about, but I want to feature this link real quick. Hold on. 10 anime that could only exist thanks to product placement. So City Hunters has M&Ms. Freedom Project has Nissin Foods with the cup noodles. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with Gucci. K-On! With the brand name instruments. Kara no Kyokai with the Haagen-Dazs. I had no idea. That's cool. Probably super expensive. Macross Frontier Family Mart. And here it is, Code Geass with Pizza Hut. Oh, and Lupin the Third, McDonald's.
Lupin.
See, Lupin had the budget for McDonald's, not Inuyasha with Whack-Donald's.
Or did McDonald's pay Lupin the Third?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
I feel like these were probably like actual sponsorships. Like McDonald's like paid them to be in it. Kind of like Subway in K-dramas.
Calimero, Miralanza, AVA Soap. I have no idea what that is.
I know none of those words.
Ghost in the Shell, Nissan. So there you go.
McDonald's is still my favorite. I love it's the same except that instead of the M, it's a W. McDonald's.
Fictional, or give me a second. Fictional companies in anime and manga.
Let's Potato Chips.
Found it. Hold on. Is there
Community.
pictures? Please.
Let's
there's
is
pictures.
every
Yeah.
DC. Like everything in that same that's filmed in the same studio uses Let's.
Hold on. Again, CBR has another. CBR sponsor us.
Pulling through with the articles today.
Yeah. 10 fictional anime companies we'd love to work for. Meg Ronalds in the Devil working at Eagle Jump in New Game. Eagle Jump. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Eagle Jump?
I wonder if some of these are just going to be like places in these that aren't real.
The Rabbit House.
Working at a rabbit's house means making cute latte art and what? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think these are just like places that the thing made up.
They started.
Whatever the show is.
They started well with McDonald's.
McDonald's sounds amazing. I want to go there. It's probably not.
They tricked us.
You know what the McDonald's and McDonald's reminds me of is
Found it.
that thing about the old like baseball game. Yes. The old baseball like NES game or whatever that was like a Japanese person's idea of what American names were. And so it's just like random things. Like I can't even remember what they are. Let me see.
Amazon.
You want to order from Zamazon? with a tongue.
The
This one
little
with the best is-
Eh.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Microsoft. Look at this.
Make the
Look at this.
stallion as their celebrity sponsor.
Microsoft Winding XO.
Here, so there's a 1994 Super Nintendo fighting baseball game. They had names like Sleeve McDykel, Onsen Sweeney, Daryl Archideld, Anatoly Smorin, Ray McSriff, Glenallen Mixon, Mario McRilwain,
That's the best one.
Raul Chamberlain,
No, that's the best one.
Kevin Nogilny,
No, that sucks.
Tony Smerick,
All right.
Bobson Dugnut,
That's a cool one.
Willie Dustis, Jared-
Pretty cool, dude.
Jeremy Gride,
Hmm.
Scott Dorque,
Mm-hmm.
Sean Furcott,
Sounds fancy.
Dean Westry, Mike Truck, Dwight, spelt without an H, Dwight Rortigal,
Whoa.
Tim Sandale, Carl Dandleton, Mike Cernandez, and Todd Gonzalez. So that's what like, Mig Ronalds seems like. It's just like they're like, oh well, let's make something that sounds vaguely American.
Yeah. But for this, they went all out. Look at the logo. Instead of obviously the windows, they did the winding effect. That's pretty cool.
They knew what they were doing. DK
You want
Pepper.
DK Pepper instead of Dr. Pepper?
DK.
Donkey.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah. I understood that reference. Burger Queen instead of Burger King. Yes, that's one of the best ones. Mewtube.
Tube.
It's either for cats or for Mew the Pokemon.
I was gonna say the same thing. I think it's cats. On the side.
9-Up instead of 7-Up. So they obviously upgraded. I wonder what 8-Up was all about. Playstates. And he has the Playstates number 3. Cool. The George Foreman grill. Yes, that's the best one. Sure. Great Cola instead of Coca-Cola. Nice. Peepoo. Do you want some
Yay,
peepoo?
people.
Are you a peepoo kind of guy or a
The stream didn't like Joe's
pseudo
joke.
Mac Windows, Mackie Windows, Marvel Soft. Okay. Oh, I like this. The Fuido 4D2 instead of the 3DS. Cool. Snickers instead of Snickers. The Wii instead of the Wii. That's cool.
It looks like the little uwu face.
Ooh,
I would buy that. I would pre-order that system.
we look at the controller. It's the two round pieces of the tiny little connector.
CFC, chicken fried chicken, baby.
Why is that? Why is there a wine bottle with that?
Why not?
That's what I get when I go to KFC. Get a little bit of wine.
Zega.
Zega instead of Sega. It's final something. I don't know.
Abibas.
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 Or Abibas. Ababako or Baboko. Somi instead of Sony.
Classic.
Irkin instead of Heineken or Heineken. ENN instead of CNN. That's kind of lazy. Haagen-Dazs instead of Haagen-Dazs. Napoli. Naha. Jose Cueru.
Guaru?
Ping Sonic. I've seen that one before. Is that it? Oh god, I hit next. No, okay, cool. So yeah, there you go. Slight little detour on our stream, but that's fun. I love me some fake brand names on.
We got
anime.
Abibos out of this.
Abibas and the where is it? OE.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Couple comments here from the chat before I pull up the Discotek stuff. A couple questions I ignored. Sorry about that. I don't even put this out there, Brian. Anyone have any info on Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai Volume 6? 5 is almost out, but no pre-orders on any further volumes. I don't want them to delay it. I'm hoping that they're just not preoccupied with putting that up yet, and they will soon, because we need more Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai. That's one of my favorite manga. So let's make it happen, Viz. Come on. Let's see if I missed any other. I really love the classic collections, but I think they should add some shoujo from authors like Miyuchi Suzue and Haigo Moto.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fanographic
They should add glass.
on Moto Hagio. Baz reads books from Hawaii, tends to have garbage shipping options too. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Oh, Pauline, I love your sweatshirt.
Thank you. It's Abibos.
Abibas, baby. So, while we're talking about anime,
The 5th Dragon Quest is labeled as the final volume.
son of a bitch. Why?
I guess that's the end of an arc, but I'm looking because I was like, that is weird. I didn't realize that. And I looked, and it's Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, Manga Volume 5, blah, 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 blah. Final volume. After facing Hadler, Dai and his companions must rescue Princess Leona from Flazzard. The combined forces of Flazzard and Mistburn may pose a threat greater than even the Dark General. Can Dai call upon Avon's teachings to defeat the evil duo? Meanwhile, the deadliest danger yet lurks at Sovereign Rock Castle. What I'm going to say is these have each been labeled as disciples of Avon or Avon or whatever.
Avon, yeah.
Yeah, and so I want to cross my fingers with you, Gio, because I hate to have an abandoned series like this. But I want to assume that they'll announce, Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai Part 2 or something to be the next arc. Hopefully,
the series, the 2020 anime, just wrapped up. It was still airing. Had 100 episodes, and Volume 5 covers at least a quarter of the way of the story. So, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I can get the exact. I think it's a 25. The current volumes that they're printing in Japan is a 25 volume set, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me see. Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, total of 37 volumes, and yeah, I believe that it's a 25 volume re-release. I'm trying to see if I could find 22 volumes, 25. I don't know. There it is. A 25 volume edition includes colored pages from its original magazine run. Newly drawn covers by Inada was published between 2020 and 2021.
Where did you read the final volume stuff?
On Right Stuff, the description of the volume. And then on the back of the volume also, it says final.
Don't do that to me, Viz, please. Let me see over here. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen and they rebrand it Volume 6 with a different subtitle.
That's what I'm finger crossing for, because I don't want this to be abandoned. This was like one of the classic weekly shonen jump titles that did not have a release, and it would be painful to see it not get to continue.
Oh, and I should add to add up on that it's a classic manga. The anime just finished. It was great, fantastic ratings, and there's a video game coming out. So there's more of Dai. It was a success. So yeah, I would hate that as well.
Well, I think I have this 5th volume already on order and having probably already shipped also. And let me double check. Yes, mine has shipped earlier today. Everyone needs to start bombarding Viz with how much they enjoy those releases or something, like to let them know, good job with these. Put out more.
I will say, on Zamazon, it doesn't say final volume. So maybe it could be a Right Stuff hiccup.
Amazon
conflicting information. Oh no.
Because I don't want to give out the Bezos website's name for free. So Zamazon, that's going to be the official name app on this channel.
We're gonna start censoring all the. We're gonna start censoring all the products as well.
Take your sweatshirt, Colleen, and add like a tape on the D's and then write B.
Like two, and then like block this off.
Beebus.
Yeah.
Change it.
All bay I dream about soccer.
So moving on, before I get a meltdown here, because I love Dai. Discotek is putting out an absurd amount of titles early next year. Oh, actually, I should say throughout next year. They announced it recently, last Monday, on their Twitch stream. And there's a little bit of everything for everybody. The first one that they announced, these are the slideshows that they shared from their presentation. Discotek has licensed Aim for the Ace, which is a really classic sports series, right? From, was it the 70s or the 80s?
I believe it's the 70s. It was a pretty prominent shoujo series back in the day.
From Osamu Dezaki. There you go.
I felt bad that I didn't know the series because I was just like, there's a tennis thing coming. And I was like,
I don't care about tennis.
It's not Prince of Tennis. Get out of here.
They put out an update on Gunbuster. I'm definitely getting this when it comes out.
This they showed a clip, looked a lot of. Okay, all right, here we go.
Okay,
here we go.
I hinted at that a couple streams ago, and I told you off air, Riley, they're going to do the announcement, and they were hinting at something wrestling, so it has to be Ultimate Muscle. So let me highlight you because everybody can see Volume 1 right there. Super hard to find, but the most expensive manga to get. So if you like the show like we did growing up, I remember watching it as it debuted back in the early odds on Cartoon Network's Saturday Toonami lineup. Was it? No, they did Fox Kids, but then they switched it over eventually to Cartoon Network because I do remember watching it there. Ultimate Muscle is coming back. Your Fox Box Saturday morning favorite. All 77 episodes on SDVD. Super excited for that.
So this one is only in English, and that's something that like they've been doing is they did it with Sonic X. They did the English first with Digimon that we talked about last week,
and Shaman King as well.
Shaman King, and this one as well because it's like the license is separate basically. And if the English does well, then they'll do the Japanese later. But one of the things I didn't know that they mentioned in the stream was that like 1.5 seasons of Ultimate Muscle were original to the English release. So to get the full content, you would need to have that English.
Mm-hmm. Day one. I love it. I can't wait to get this. I remember watching the show and loving it, and I remember the video game. And unfortunately, that is also super expensive. So I'm happy to at least own some form of Ultimate Muscle.
At the very least, something is now going to be available for people who grew up with the series. It's such a stupid fun time. Like freaking farting toilet face people and like
Dick Von Dick, was that his name?
Dick.
Love it.
Yeah, it was Gazelle Man in the Japanese, but for whatever reason, instead of calling him Gazelle Man, they decided to call him Dick Van Dick. So
Dick Van Dick. Yeah. Ultimate Muscle, ladies and gentlemen.
Muscle.
Mysterious Thief Saint Tail, another classic magical girl series from the 90s. It's pretty cool.
This one was remastered in Japan, so the artwork is completely, like it says here, 1080p high definition, because it was the master copies and stuff were completely remastered. So this is a really, really high quality release on their part of the entirety of the classic magical girl series.
Ghost Stories.
Oh,
this is another classic series.
This one's interesting.
Yeah, because the dub, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure you do, but if you don't know, the dub from ADV is completely different than the source material, and they just went off the rails with a really hilarious script. Everybody was ad-libbing. They were just having the time of their lives, making jokes, and it's one of the funniest dubs of all time.
And it includes both the dub and the original Japanese. Yeah. So you can see what the story actually was, and then you can see the absolutely just batshit parody dub that they did over at ADV.
I want it. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys know the conspiracy around? It's not really a conspiracy, but like the kind of conspiracy around the dub version of this.
I don't know what happened.
It's very interesting. I don't know how much I should shit talk someone, but the Stephen Foster guy that they mentioned, because he's the director, he came up with this whole thing that like the original Ghost Stories was just so horribly well received in Japan that like no one wanted it, no one liked it. It was so bad, when it's like apparently completely untrue, and he just dubbed it because he wanted to do it his way, but he made up like this whole story about how the series did horribly or something when it actually didn't. It's super interesting though. I think there's a YouTube video about it, and there was an article I read about it, and I was so confused how this came about.
Didn't Quentin do a video about it?
I don't know if Quentin did a video or if he is the reason why I saw the original article.
Or did he do a video about like weird anime shit in general?
Maybe. I'm not like super familiar with Quentin's stuff before he started doing all the Nickelodeon shows. So he may have. It's just very interesting to look into though, because I also like the dub. I think the dub is really funny, but it's funny the lore behind it all.
I've never seen the original, so I'm excited to get this to watch how it aired in Japan.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to have a good time with this one.
The next one here is Fist of the North Star, The Legend of the True Savior, the theatrical adaptation of the Holy Emperor story arc. First of 3 movies and 2 short films. I'm not huge into Fist of the North Star anime stuff. I only watched one of the movies, but it's exciting nonetheless. Cool stuff.
I like they said this during the stream too. That boy, that's a long title.
Yeah.
The Legend of the True Savior, Legend of Rao, Chapter of Death and Love. That's
Hey, you guys want to watch Fist of the North Star, The Legend of the True Savior, Legend of Rao, Chapter of Death and Love? Sure, no problem. Let's watch it.
This one was
Rambo title.
fun to their whole thing because they announced like they did a new dub and stuff with the dub cast from the recent-ish video game, and they got Chris Sabat to voice Rao, and so he did. They showed some of his like clips, and he had a little like outtake where he was ad-libbing and made the guy playing Kenshiro laugh. That they're trying to include on the disc as a little extra outtake, but I'm excited. The animation on these are beautiful, and I'm excited to get it and delve more into Fist of the North Star. Mononoke.
This is one of my all-time most anticipated anime. This is something that we've been wanting for a long, long time. It is Mononoke, finally coming out. This is a spin-off from Ayakashi Samurai Horror Tales, and I was shocked. I was not expecting them to pick up Mononoke. I'm definitely picking this up ASAP. 12 episodes, high def.
With the mysterious, rarely seen English dubbed version, which I think said is technically lost media.
Yeah. That's gonna be
I was just gonna ask, this one is available on streaming services though, right? Or is it not anymore?
I don't think it's available anymore. Let me check real quick.
Because I thought it was on Crunchyroll.
Somebody had
Or at
it.
least Hulu.
Crunchyroll had it, and they lost the license.
Got it. Okay, because that's why I was confused why this one was like, I guess not like why people were excited for it, but why it was like so happy. Because I was like, oh, I thought like we had this on streaming services already, but I didn't realize that it was gone.
Well, a lot of it is things that have never been released physically.
Got it. Okay. I didn't know if this, I don't know much about Discotek, so I kind of just assumed it was just like things that weren't available on streaming services that they were like doing stuff for. So
Well, they're more like into the restoration and oh no, wait a minute. Sorry, I clicked on something. They're more into the restoration, and they're more like anime boutique style publishing, where
Got
they
it,
do
okay.
like extra work on it with the features and restoration and all that. And they rescue a lot of lost media and all that stuff too.
cool.
But yeah, Mononoke, if you're into the supernatural and yokai and all that stuff, I highly recommend it. It's streaming on Retro Crush, which is in cahoots with Discotek, so you can watch it there.
Just beautifully animated stuff in general. Like this series is very attractive.
Mm-hmm. So we'll be getting that. Then we're getting Tetsujin 28 FX, the sequel to the original Tetsujin. You might get this at a discount, not gonna lie. Not super excited. I'm not a big fan of Tetsujin. Sorry. The next one here is the live action adaptation. Right? Yeah.
Kento!
And because they have a separate line now. It's called what was it called?
Like Neon Nights or something
Neon
like that.
Nights, yeah, with the neon sign, all that stuff, dedicated to Asian cinema. So they're doing another, and they're doing Suicide Club from Sion Sono. I've never seen it, but apparently it's a cult classic. I had no idea.
A lot of work to the restoration on that one also. Golgo 13. Before what's his name? What was it? Sonny Chiba, I think, that
Sonny Chiba, yeah.
played Golgo. This is before he did, and it was filmed, I think, in Iran.
Of all places.
Yeah,
That's wild.
It's crazy. The trailer for this one is wild, also, but it looks fantastic.
Another classic from Osamu Dezaki is Treasure Island.
Same director as the tennis one, the first one that we looked at.
I'm not a huge fan of the art style of both, so I'm probably going to skip it, but it's awesome that this is getting a brand new life in Blu-ray format.
The cover does not look like the animation that they show. Like, I mean, the characters, yeah, whatever, but like they showed animation of like the ship like going around the water was just so beautifully done.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna check this one out probably.
26 episodes. Project A-ko for the final one. I have the first two. Third movie comes out in December, so this will be out next year. Super excited to get that set completed. And this, holy crap, I was not expecting this, and I was so shocked. We're getting Digimon Adventure, guys. So this is the first season, all 54 episodes in Japanese, restoration from Astro Res, which is the thing they use to do the upscaling and all that stuff and clean everything. I am ecstatic as hell. I cannot wait.
So did you decide, are you gonna do? Because last week you were like
You're talking about it. Yeah, I remember.
So what are you gonna get both or just this one, or what do you think you're gonna do?
No, I have my old copy of season 1 which has the dub. So I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna wait for this one. So I'll own both that way. I'll look it up in my shelf after we're done, so I can show it off on the stream.
I think I'll do the same and try get the English, because the English is going to just be nostalgic for us, and then watching the original Japanese to see, how it was originally intended and the story without being edited for Western audiences.
Yeah,
all their real names.
Not like TK and Kyrie, and actually those might be.
I will say I have a tough time remembering their original names, and to me they will always be the dub names, even though I like watching Digimon subbed. Because I grew up with the Fox Kids stuff.
Yeah.
It's TK instead of Takeru, so stuff like that. And Gatomon, what's her name in Japanese? Whenever they mention her in the reboot, the 2020 reboot, I was like, what? Oh, Gatomon. Okay, got it. What's the name of Gatomon? It's totally different from the English.
The movie also was, at least part of it was directed by
Osoda.
Yeah, Osoda did. Beautiful.
I need that, and I don't have it. It's one of my favorite movies.
And the American version has that sweet Smash Mouth track in there.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I mean, I hate Smash Mouth, but that sounds
Mighty Mighty Boss Tones also, right?
Yes.
I think there's a scene where the big, I forget which Digimon, what the name of it was, but is like walking around and they put Mighty Boss,
like Metalmon or something.
Yes, that soundtrack had that, and Jake it's another punk ska band. What was it called?
Less Than Jake.
There you go. They're on there as well.
It's Scottum. Scottum. We gotta get them ska soundtracks going.
Oh my god! I can't move on from this. I need to find out Gatomon's real name. Hold on. I know I'm delaying the show.
Gatomon. Digivolve 2.
What does Gatomon look like?
She's a cat with huge paws to scratch other Digimon.
No, it's not Patamon.
Oh, shoot. I'm looking at a wiki for Digimon.
Tailmon?
Tailmon.
Is it Tailmon?
That's what it says on the Digimon wiki.
This
What the
was
hell
my
are you guys
favorite.
looking? I can't find that. What the
This was
hell?
my favorite Digimon. So here, I can send you the
Is at the
link.
top. Gatomon, and then it shows the kanji, or not the kanji.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm seeing.
This is Tailmon.
Tailmon. So in the show, thank you for the link. Thank you. That was the one I was using. You see the writing in the show. In the 2020 version, since I'm watching it subbed, they kept mentioning, "Oh, Tailmon." I'm like, "The hell is Tailmon?" Oh, Gatomon. Gotcha. Because people were dumb back then, and they wouldn't associate tail with the cat, so they had to name her Gatomon. Got it. Anyways,
Because everyone knows Spanish for cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
exactly.
We all know Spanish, but we don't know what a tail is.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
Typical Americans.
Like the
Gatomon,
new Pokemon, Sprigatito.
Digivolve 2,
And
Pokemon.
And she has the wildest evolution because she's a champion, and then she evolves into a fan servicey angel as the ultimate form, which has there's no correlation to a cat or feline.
it had to match. It had to match with TK's.
There's
Yeah, Angelwoman, Angemon.
Nefertimon. That goes back to being catty.
Mm-hmm. Also, if anybody's wondering, the millions that are watching us, my favorite Digimon of all time is Angemon. I love Angemon. That's my boy. Anyways,
Couldn't
moving
even-
on.
I think Gatomon was mine.
She's dope.
I like
Speaking
that.
of amazing, I have been wanting this to happen for years. And I have talked to everybody, not just online, not just with my friends, anybody on the street. And I always say, my favorite adaptation of Sonic is Sonic X. And
people like randomly outside of Walmart, like, hey,
do you know what's the best adaptation of Sonic? It's Sonic X. Like, what? What are you talking about? Never mind. Now you know.
I saw you just bought Manga, and now I need to talk to you about that.
So we're getting Sonic X.
did you just come out of watching Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie at the theater? Well, let me tell you about a better adaptation.
Oh, yes.
X.
Riley's upset at me in the past because I've insulted those movies. I don't like the live action movies. I prefer Sonic X. If I'm not playing a Sonic game and I'm watching Sonic, it's this. And for the longest time, I've been upset and I've debated. I'm like, oh, man, I don't think they're going to do the Japanese version. I might as well own it, I guess, just for the fun and get the dub version. But then I'm like, nah, screw this. I ain't getting this. And then I looked online and I illegally found a torrent for Sonic X Japanese version. I'm like, sweet. But then I realized it's too big. I didn't want to have that file on my computer. Hulu has the Japanese version. So I watch it on Hulu. But now this happens. Sonic X, all 78 episodes. It has a buttload of features. And they talked about fixing the music, which has the music from the Sonic Adventure games. So if you guys don't know, most of the anime adapts the two Sonic Adventure games, which are my favorites. And they also added, like, you know, they fixed the translations and all that stuff and the music and blah, blah, blah. I'm super excited. And it sucks that we have to wait until winter of next year.
Until we can live and learn.
That's my jam. Live and Learn. I love that song.
Hanging on to the edge of tomorrow, live and learn. Or even better yet, rolling around at the speed of sound. Got no place to go. Got to follow my rainbow.
Yes, I love it. I love it so much.
I like to, the fact that I don't know these songs, I like to just think that Riley is just coming up with some great Sonic poems.
Have you played, Colleen, have you played the Sonic Adventure games at all? Or know about them?
I mean, I've played Sonic games. I don't know, like, what exactly they were, though.
Sonic
I remember I've played, like the classic one that you would, what did I play it on even? Because I guess a Sega.
On the Genesis?
Maybe. I don't know. I can't really remember like too many consoles before the Nintendo 64, because that was like my first console. But
you're making me feel ancient.
Well, we also just like didn't have consoles growing up. Like my parents were like, okay, we have 4 kids. They want a Nintendo 64, because it was like me and my brother that year that were like, give us a console. And then I played one on the GameCube, but I can't remember which one that is.
If it was on the GameCube, it very well may have been one of the 2 adventure games.
Was he like skateboarding?
Yeah.
Or surfboarding?
No, that's Sonic Riders, I think.
Oh,
sports themed.
I'll see if I can.
At the beginning of Sonic Adventure 2, City Escape, he's rolling around at the speed of sound. You enter and he's like on that the metal plate, and he's
I think it was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Good.
I'm seeing this cover and it looks very familiar, so I think it's that. I think that's what I played.
At the Sonic.
As someone who I've played through that game about 4 times, the most recent time was about 4 years ago. The controls are terrible.
Oh yeah, it hasn't aged well,
so
but I still love it.
With that game, and you know, one of the best parts of that game was freaking Chow Garden, and like manipulating your chows, because you could make your chows look like, you know, like Sonic or Shadow, and like you could make them eat a lot of ghosts so that they would lose their legs and just start floating and stuff.
It was like a Tamagotchi.
Yeah. And you could go to Chow Heaven or you could go to Chow Hell.
See, I don't remember much about this game. I just remember I could go down a big city hill.
Yeah.
Like I was skateboarding.
Escape.
Yeah, it's that one. There weren't a lot of Sonic games on the GameCube compared to other platforms. You had Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Riders, a sequel to Riders, Sonic Heroes, and I think and the Shadow the Hedgehog game where he has a gun to shoot people.
I may have played that one too, but I don't think I own that one.
And I think that was it for the GameCube. But yeah,
Guys,
I'm a huge Sonic fan.
The
Sorry.
Gems collection. You know, the thing about the Sonic games is I feel like every Sonic game has the potential to be great, but they try to shove something shitty into it.
All the games have had gimmicks after that.
Well, like the first Sonic Adventure, why do they make you play as Big the Cat? Like, Big the Cat fucking sucks. And his missions are always like you have to find Froggy, and it's so annoying. Like you have to go fishing for this dumbass frog. Like, let me play as anyone else. At least in Sonic Adventure 2, you got Rouge the Bat, and Rouge the Bat. Like anyone who played that game when they were a teenager knows exactly why I'm bringing up Rouge the Bat.
Oh yeah.
Riley,
by the way, on today's review on the new series. Mega Man vs. Sonic. That's easy. I love both, but it's Sonic all day.
Not sucking down chili dogs like Sonic the Hedgehog is.
No. Plus, Mega Man has had a crappier time with games recently.
Mega Man's never had live action adaptations that Gio's not a fan of.
Exactly.
And,
we're still missing Mega Man Legends 3. What the hell? Come on. Capcom.
I'm also terrible at Mega Man games personally, so
I've only beaten like 3 or 4 of them, so I'm not too good either.
I've beaten 3 or 4 levels.
So yeah, to move on from this, although I wish this were a Sonic podcast, honestly. This is amazing. I love it. I have a love in my heart for Sonic growing up. That's one of my favorite franchises. I had the original Sega Genesis. Sonic means a lot to me, so I'm super excited about this. And Sonic X has the anime thing going on and perfectly captures what I like about it, even with the annoying kid, which I thought would have been perfect for a live action version. Instead, the live action movie had Sonic with Cyclops in a van or an SUV. Sorry.
And Sonic X does have Rouge the Bat. She's hidden so that they can keep this cover PG, but it also has Big the Cat. So
She's on the, well, yeah. You can't see her her batty boobas.
Her biddies.
Yeah.
Her bat titties.
She's going to be in the new one, Sonic Prime, and they censored her cleavage. So some weirdos were upset online.
like the people who were upset about Lola Bunny.
Oh my god! Yes,
In the new
that was so
Bunch
funny.
of horny dudes wanting to fuck fictional animals. What can I say though? I wanted the Fox Robin Hood when I was a kid. You can give me Carrie Elwes and not tell me to be attracted to it.
What else is there here? Oh yeah, and then they did this, which just blew my freaking mind because this is one of my all-time favorite mecha shows. We're getting Gao Gaigar on Blu-ray, and I was just screaming at the top of my lungs when they announced it, and I started singing the theme song as I was watching the stream.
these last things, this and Sonic, like the chat in that stream were like explosive, just like
Hell yeah, this is such a fun, over-the-top mecha series. You don't need to be a fan of mecha, just enjoy the craziness and the big robots with the super combos and forms fighting other giant robots, monsters, whatever. It's awesome. And the theme song, if you haven't heard of it, just Google it, the Gao Gaigar opening song. It's going to be stuck on your head for ages.
I just have the name Gao Gaigar playing in my head to the tune of Live and Learn right now. So it's Gao Gaigar.
Yeah, pretty iconic theme song.
King of Braves, the complete TV series. Gaigar.
Oh, and I did leave out something. I forgot this. This was actually the first thing they announced, and I forgot to mention it. If you're a Tokusatsu fan and a Kamen Rider fan, this is pretty exciting. Kamen Rider Black is coming to Blu-ray.
I like their use of the word copious, both in this and in Gao Gaigar. Copious extras.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the kitchen sink alert. Copious extras.
copious extras. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. I'm getting Gao Gaigar. That's a must. Sonic X on day one.
Gotta go.
Digimon Adventure. Project Echo. Well, yeah. No, not a priority. I might check them out later. Mononoke. So those are my 5 releases that I'm super hyped about.
I'd be better.
And Ghost Stories. Yeah.
I'd be better to just say what I'm not going to get.
What aren't you going to get? Saint Tail?
Nah, I don't know. What am I not getting?
Oh, Ultimate Muscle. I forgot about that. So 6 Blu-rays.
These things. I get.
There's so much.
I know, and they're all coming out in the next like 4 months or something.
Yeah.
Gunbuster. Shit, I need this too. Sorry for cursing.
I might not get Aim for the Ace, but someone could probably talk me into it very easily. By which Colleen's gonna bully me.
It needs you get the shoujo sports anime.
You can be like, how are you gonna buy Ultimate Muscle and Gao Gaigar and Sonic X and Digimon and not buy Aim for the Ace?
You need to get the shoujo sports anime, and you need to get a classic shoujo magical girl series.
Well, I was already gonna do Saint Tail.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I apologize in advance, but these proportions on these characters are kind of wacky.
I don't know if the manga actually looks like that. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Is the manga by the same creator as Glass Mask?
I don't believe so. When I was looking it up,
The face on the woman in the top left corner looks like the face from Glass Mask, which I do have the Glass Mask anime, by the way. So
it's
so
I don't believe it is, because I think they just ran in the same magazine around the same time, so they have like that same sort of aesthetic. They did not run in the same magazine actually, but they were around the same time.
Me when I spread misinformation on the internet. With Saint Tail, they did later in the stream. People were asking about like more Magical Girl stuff, and they did say if that sells well, then they'll do more Magical Girl.
Awesome.
This is what the manga looks like. I just sent you the link.
I'm going to open that now. Some of these releases don't have English dubs. Is that because they would be too expensive, or creators? Most of the time, it's not worth it, and it's too expensive for them to either try and get the dubs back or redub some things. There are a couple anime that don't have full dubs, so if they were to invest in dubbing the whole thing, it'd be too expensive for what the profits are going to be, so they don't do them.
They do some in-house dubbing.
Yeah.
So some of the, like the
Gunbuster,
North Star, Gunbuster, Fist of the North Star was in-house dubbing that they are doing themselves. But in other cases, like Saint Tail, only 15 out of the 40 whatever episodes have been dubbed, so that's all they have. But like I mentioned earlier with Ultimate Muscle or Sonic X, like those the dub and sub licenses are separate for them. In the case of Sonic X, I think what they said was it's so the dubbed version was so censored and different that like it's an entirely different show.
Yeah, that's why I wanted the Japanese version.
Footage, even the footage of it, like it's you can't just have the audio track playing over the same footage because they change around so much stuff in the actual visuals of the show.
So that's the art for Aim for the Ace, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for the manga.
Yeah. Pretty intense eyes on these characters.
Oh, they got those Rose of Versailles eyes.
The Rose of Versailles.
Yeah, exactly.
I see what you did there.
But those Griffith from Berserk eyes.
Get Riley. I'm just gonna shake my fist at you. They got those kingdom eyes.
I'm gonna come to shut up. I'm gonna come to Chicago and you're gonna like be like, I'm not inviting you in.
I'm just gonna kick you out and get the fuck out of here.
Announcement after last week, whenever on stream I saw that they sent the approval for Anime NYC, and I was like, this is bullshit that they would tell me like a month ahead of time. Literally immediately after getting off the stream, I booked a trip to go to Chicago to visit Colleen, which I had been saying I was going to be doing.
Awesome.
I believe him.
Question. Are you both going to do a video together?
So
you have to.
We found out that at Anime NYC, the same weekend that I'm going to be out there, Kodansha is going to be doing license announcements. And so I don't know. Okay, so I always do license announcement videos, coverage and stuff. So my plan would just be to film that and then like have Colleen jump in. Like I was gonna be like, oh, and it looks like a shoujo that I have no idea what this is about, but I know someone who might. And then like, but it's gonna be weird because obviously
hey.
I'm not here. Like I'll do it. I'm gonna have to like green screen this behind me.
You can always. No, you couldn't do that. I could film my part, and then you could just film it when you go back.
I don't know. We'll figure it out because I try to get it out really quickly, so that I can like be the first person to have the news on YouTube.
You can just sit in front of my thing and be like, "What the fuck am I here?
Where am I? What is this?"
I'll just put you in one of my dumb skits that I always put at the beginning of my videos.
Like in the one with your like, is this shoujo or whatever?
Yeah.
Show thing. Have, like the alternate version of you, those like walking around.
Yeah.
Me like walking around like, what am I doing here?
We'll figure this out. I'll make a script for us. But
the other idea though is to live stream the Kodansha announcements in the very off chance that Chihaya Furu is announced.
No what?
So that could be like one of those streams that you see, like the people watching sports events, where you're just seeing their reaction and their excitement to see if it happens. That could be fun. Yeah.
But like, because I was like, if it does get a physical announcement, if by chance it does, I will witness the reaction
Firsthand. Yeah.
Yes. And if I'm like, we have to like, if it happens, to have that on camera would be perfect. So
I will cry.
I'll probably like laugh in astonishment.
I doubt it's gonna happen, but
hey, never say never. Could happen.
Nothing's
I
impossible.
doubt it'll happen now.
You have a better chance of that being picked up than my Inhumans omnibus. So go for it.
Oh man.
I want to share this real quick. I found some censorship photos from the Sonic X. So they eliminated the kanji or katakana or whatever you call it for some reason, because kids would be weirded out, I guess.
And they added a Fox box in the corner. How dare they?
Yeah. Here you can see, instead of a wine bottle, it's a giant sausage. They eliminated...
Can't let the kids know that alcohol exists.
No. They eliminated cleavage from the show.
It just looks weird though, like because it makes it look like her shirt or her.
It's oversized.
Yeah, it's just huge and falling off.
I will say though, the boobs, they look weird too. There's really no good scenario here.
It is a buxom bat. It's not gonna. It's always gonna look weird.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I got a better picture of the sausage. I don't know why I just said that. Don't misquote me. Sorry. Here you go.
Beautiful. We got the full detail.
Yeah, baby.
It's like, this is a wonderful year.
I found a site and it has a lot of weird comments, so I don't want to highlight it. So that's why I'm doing this. So check this out. This is pretty funny. That dude is having a conversation and he says, now, please enjoy the champagne. What do you think they switched it with?
Milk.
Juice.
Okay, let's see who's right. Here's the edit.
Is it orange?
Orange juice.
It's always juice.
Like that, the scene in Yu Yu Hakusho where Toguro is drinking orange juice on the rocks, which I think might actually be accurate, but still.
They censored this famous scene, or they didn't show it. Sorry, where Tails is saving a girl, like one of the delinquent anime manga stories. And I think she was about to get kidnapped or assaulted. So he saves her, beats up the bad guys. They didn't show that.
Review the hero tales. They just.
Yes. What was the other one? Oh, this is pretty famous. I don't know if you guys know about this. Rouge the Bat. Pretty spicy with her dialogue. She's like a femme fatale.
Oh, God.
And she says this in the original because she's demanding to cuff Rouge and capture her, and she says, "I guess you're into S&M, huh?" And all the police officers start laughing, and she gets super red and embarrassed, and shrugs it off and like, "What are you doing?"
And
or like, "What are you laughing?"
The assault rifle. What is the assault rifle doing there?
So that's a pretty famous edit from the original. And let's see if I find something else here.
Did they just cut it, or did they edit that to her saying something else?
She has a different dialogue.
Okay.
It doesn't mention anything sexual.
I'm really living and learning tonight.
Because kids aren't Kids don't know what that means. Come on.
Can't show that.
There
On
are some adults that
Fox.
don't even know what that means either. So,
Mommy, what is S&M?
oh, Saturday and Sunday and Monday, of course. So I think this is Sonic drinking alcohol or something like that.
How dare he?
Sonic the Hedgehog, more like Sonic the Edgehog.
Edge.
Oh, this was pretty funny. Check this out. This is pretty stupid. This involves alcohol. So they changed the bar. I don't know if you can see it.
Popcorn and candy or something.
Instead of a bar with all the liquor bottles, now there's candy bars and I think French fries.
I think that's like supposed to be like a McDonald's.
Yeah.
I think those are burgers.
McDonald's. McDonald's.
And then there's this famous scene again with Rouge. Brace yourselves. This was left out from the dub where she tells Knuckles, "Hey, are you energetic at night?" And his reaction. I can get it. No. Hold on. Dang it. Anyway, he starts blushing. That's a reaction from that scene.
Sonic X is horny.
Why do you think it's called X?
Good point. I didn't put two and two together. So yeah, it's pretty famous. All the edits.
Corn dog.
I would recommend you guys check out Sonic X on Hulu. It's amazing, life-changing experience.
Everyone will live and learn.
Riley. Riley.
I'm gonna send you the song.
Yes, please.
It is banger of a track.
I'm sure it'll get stuck in my head, but
it's amazing.
No matter what, I am shaking my fist.
Here's some more dumb edits for Sonic. The transport no longer says gun. The little thingy here, Eggman Bomb. Now it doesn't say anything. The House of Aim. This is
that and Vector's name being is that supposed to be underwear or a towel?
I don't know.
Either
way, yeah.
Ice Express,
International Logistics.
This is vegan erasure.
Vegan foods is a race. They don't want to talk
They're
about
really inserting their woke politics.
Immigrants with ice. They played Amy Rose dirty by eliminating the name. Why would anybody have a nameless sign? That's so dumb. I hate it. Let's see if I miss any other funny ones.
They don't want to upset the kids who don't know how to read yet. What's that? Is it from King of the Hill? Where like those kids would be really upset if they knew how to read.
Oh yeah. Here's another cleavage censorship, just for the hell of it, since we're we're talking about this.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Next time, kids, I'm gonna do a Sonic podcast. I'm gonna start a new podcast on YouTube and Spotify. It's gonna called
Sonic Bros Live.
Yeah. Sonic Bros. So there's some cleavage edits, which is weird. I'm looking for one final picture. So anyways, if you guys in the chat have any questions before we wrap up, because it's been a minute, let us know. Any other topics that you guys want to talk about?
I don't have anything. I don't think I do.
No, I think it's a lot of coverage of things that I'm about to spend money on.
Oh, speaking of, Crazy Human University. You remember that, Riley?
Yeah.
That show is insane. and I recommend it so much. Even though it's not going to be the best show of the season at all, it's so crazy that I need more people to watch it. Do you know about it, Colleen?
I don't. I've never heard of it.
It's an anime that looks atrocious, and it's about this guy that is on death row. They're going to hang him, and he survives. They don't know that he survives, but he does, and he is abducted by a Rick Sanchez-looking scientist who is studying the phenomenon of near-death experiences and surviving stuff like that, and there must be a reason why. So he saves him, and it turns out the dude has amnesia, and he doesn't remember why he was on death row. Apparently, he murdered his wife or fiance or something like that. So each episode, it's like Memento, and they're trying to go back and find out what the hell's happening. And instead, they just present stories about like murder and true crime. And you got to watch the art style. Let me pull up a poster because you're not going to believe the art style for this series.
What was the name again?
The Human Crazy University. I got a picture here.
Make sure that
Show it
on my
off.
Google.
Here it is.
Looks like Adult Swim Flash animation.
Yeah.
And they make references to real life stuff, like real life celebrities and criminals. I don't know. And the guy next to, at the bottom to the right, next to the girl, whose back is turned and all that stuff, he is a torture sommelier. Is that the right word? Sommelier? The water,
I think so.
the wine expert people.
Yeah.
So instead of wine, he's an expert in torture, and he decides to punish bad guys. And it goes really hardcore on the torture stuff. You don't see it. You see some of it, but it's not detailed or anything.
Ah, dang! I want to see it.
And it's
Okay, Riley. I don't know if I want you going to my house.
yeah. That trip sounds kind of weird now. So it says
I'll
here,
have to keep in touch with you the entire time he's here, make sure I'm safe.
Hirofumi is a prisoner on death row for murdering his fiance. Okay, so I got it. He's also an undead man who has survived many desperate situations. For this, he has earned the interest of a research institution called the Human Crazy University, which studies real-life miraculous phenomena and the people who become entangled in them. Now a subject of her research, Sasaki relates to them his memories of his immortal yet unhappy life. Why did he kill his fiancée? Soon enough, the truth sheds light on a much bigger conspiracy. I wish I could show the trailer or something. I think we could get claimed for that.
I can look it up later.
Yeah.
And
You're going to have a fun time seeing how the characters move because they don't move. It's literally like a Newgrounds animation, and they just go side to side.
oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's a name I haven't heard in a while.
So I've been watching that. Why did I bring that up? I don't know why. But now you know. The more you know.
The more you know.
We're going to wrap it up, this wild and crazy show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, taking over hosting duties for Riley here. Let me remind you again that I just noticed instinctively, I just went with it. Let me remind everybody that this wacky show, is sponsored by InStockTrades.com, your home for all things collected editions. You can get your Omnibus trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, and so much more, up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that if you order on a week-by-week basis. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Shout out to IST. Go check them out, guys. All the manga that we talked about at the beginning of the show, all the 7C stuff and all the stuff that we hauled and whatnot, you can get it at In-Stock Trades. Great deals. Go check them out. And thank you to the chat. You guys are great. I see some couple comments here that I did not highlight. I'm surprised Double Z, Zeta Gundam, and Victory Gundam never received dubs. I know a large number of fans want them, and it would complete the UC series with dubs. Yeah, for the dub fans, that's got to suck. I'm okay with just subs. Will we see Colleen's characters from her videos appear in the collabs with the Omnibus Collector? Asks Javier.
Yet to be seen. You'll have to wait and find out.
I'm still waiting to find out.
There are contract negotiations, Javier.
Yeah.
So they need to work that out with those characters.
He's trying to get the rights for me to have my characters appear.
I can only get the subtitled versions, and I'm looking to get them, so.
But you guys can do like other type of like fun collab videos, not necessarily with the announcements. I have some ideas. I'll let you guys know later.
I can go lick the bean.
No!
You can do the one chip challenge. That's always fun.
I'm trying to think of Chicago stuff, Gio.
You can get that from anywhere. You can go order that from Amazon. It's like $10. You get the chip, eat it, survive hell on Earth, and then do a video on it.
And I'll be in pain the entire weekend.
You can handle spice. You told me you're a spice guy.
I can handle spice, but oftentimes it doesn't go well in the aftermath, and that's what I'm worried about. Especially if the aftermath is like while I'm there or on a plane.
Charles Wilson, I just heard the Simpsons are doing Death Note for Treehouse of Horror this year. Do you know anything about it? Yes, I can show some pictures, but not the video. Let me pull that up. It's going to be called Death Tomes.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks really cool.
And Marvel has a upcoming Thanos book called Thanos Death Notes that has nothing to do with Death Note.
Here it is.
Lisa Simpson.
So she finds the Death Tome. Zoom in a little bit. Can I show this?
I don't think so.
Let's do it anyways.
Gio, no!
We just get blasted into the shadow realm.
Hold on. Let me zoom back. Probably can. It's all right. It's Twitter. Out of context Simpsons account. They're not gonna claim us. You know what? Let's zoom in a little bit.
Gender reveal napalm.
Yeah. I don't know about the audio, but at least the video, I think we're good.
I wonder why, like, this far out from when Death Note was relevant, they've decided to do this parody.
Maybe just because anime is like really popular right now.
And someone who works on The Simpsons was like, the last time that they remembered an anime was Death Note.
Especially in a Hot Topic.
They just walked into Hot Topic recently. They were just like, "Oh yeah, I remember this."
What did they do?
The thing with the other thing, yeah.
What if they did something current, like JoJo's or something, and they were like, Simpsons, like,
here's some pictures. Hold on.
There's pictures of like anime Homer and Marge and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
I think Bart is supposed to be like Ryuk.
Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Where is it? The Simpsons Death Note anime parody looks better than expected. Okay, that's not it. So yeah, that's pretty weird. Here is Ryuk, or Bart as Ryuk. I don't know. Thoughts?
It's a very like hello fellow kids type thing.
Yeah, it's pretty weird that they picked Death Note because I don't I mean, is it still like super popular? I mean, it's been a
I would
minute.
say it's fairly.
When did it come out? Like 2009, 2010?
No, it was Death Note was like 05, 06.
No, the anime.
I think the anime started in like 2006, 2007.
I definitely read it in like 8th grade, early high school. So that would be 2008, 2009, when I would have at least read the manga. And I think it was still releasing at the time.
I was near done with college. I feel ancient now.
I was a sophomore in high school, so 2006, whenever I was picking up the volumes.
2006. October 2006 to June 2007, the anime. So I would have been on my second year of college. And where's the picture of Homer? Oh, here it is. They got Mr. Burns too. Okay. I don't know. I will say I dig anime Marge.
She looks like a pretty typical anime lady.
Yeah.
Blue hair is not uncommon.
They should have just given her the side ponytail. The mom side ponytail. Like, take the top of her hair, but put it over here instead.
Here's another picture. More of the characters.
Oh god, Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
So, yeah, from an anime that aired back in 2006, it was wild to see this. I would think they would have chosen something else. Like, well, they're doing the scary stuff, so it can't be other popular anime. Unless they wanted to go with Attack on Titan, which is still popular. Who knows?
I don't know, what do they did like a Simpsons Chainsaw Man or something.
That would have been fun. With what's the oh my gosh, what's the janitor from school? What's his name?
Really?
Willie? Yeah. With the chainsaws. So yeah, what do you think about that? We'll see when it airs. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I want to check it out, even if it's an older show. And I feel so old saying that. If there are no more questions, I think we can wrap it up. Do you guys have any other topics that you want to discuss real quick?
I'm topicked out.
Bobson.
Yeah, I was like, did no one see I changed my name?
I noticed it whenever I saw like you sent the links, and I was like, Bobson Dugnut, and then I looked over and I was like, oh.
I literally changed it right when you said Bobson Dugnut. I was like, perfect.
I had no idea because I was busy with the screen sharing. I didn't look.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm just not going to say anything unless someone says something.
I was reading it, so I wasn't looking. I was reading Bobson Dugnut.
No one in the chat said anything either, so.
Dugnut. That's a great name. So, Bobson, with Abibas, where can people find you on the internet when you're not chilling out and hanging out with us on Omnibros?
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Colleen's Manga Rex, and on Twitter at manga_nostalgic.
Nice, nice. And Omnibus Collector. What's up? Where can people find you when you're not here with us?
I was trying to make sure of the name. The actual Bobson Dugnut spells it with 2 T's, by the way.
Okay, well, I'm not him.
Exactly. Copyright.
I'm the other Bobson Dugnut. Can you not police my name? When I came from the country of Dugnut and I came to America, they changed my name to make it palatable for the Western society.
Definitely always relevant. I like this. They're not going to claim us. Famous last words before being claimed. I feel nothing's going to happen. So, if you don't see a show next Thursday, you know what happened. Anyways, continue, Omnibus.
Yeah, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Omnibus Collector, Twitter, Omni Collector, and I have filmed. I think I mentioned it last week. A video about Zatch Bell. It's filmed. I decided that if I don't give focus to finally doing my library tour, I'm just going to keep pushing it off. So I was like, that video is filmed. I'll edit it and have it out after I do my tour. So I'm finally going to do a tour so y'all can see what's going on in here.
No, don't show too much. Don't show too much.
I'm gonna give you a little look at the
Look at that. You got
figures up there now.
I see an anime babe or something.
There's that
What?
right there.
Yeah.
That's Jolene.
Oh, okay.
And over here is Gojo, another anime babe.
Perfect.
So
Beautiful.
finally get that done. And over there is another anime babe, Slifer the Sky Dragon. So, you know,
Over there is another anime babe. And under here is another anime babe.
There you go.
there's Hamtaro over there. There's
I forgot you bought the Hamtaro.
Joey Wheeler up there. There's a lot. I'm
Surrounded
excited.
by anime babes.
Yeah. I got a Geo down here.
So,
Thompson Doug.
That's not right here.
my channel, I guess, it's called A Week in Geekdom, where we talk about anime and manga. I've been wanting to change the name. I can't think of anything. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I don't know. Where I talk about anime and manga. And I've been putting a lot of videos out recently, so that's exciting. Been in a weird funk for the past couple months, but I'm back in the saddle again and all that fun stuff. Subscribe and check it out. I don't know. Do whatever you want. We're not your bosses. So that's it for now. We're going to be back next Monday with another stream, the Halloween themed stream. I don't know what's going to happen on that one, but I hope you guys can tune in. And then we do it all over again with a Monday show. And then next Thursday, we're going to do the manga previews for the month of November. So stay tuned for that. That's it. Everybody stay safe. God bless. Catch you guys on the next stream. Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.